Today we're going to make mushroom gnocchi. You'll need parmesan, arugula, potatoes, egg, butter, shiitake mushrooms, oil, flour, sage, pepper, and nutmeg. But first, let's wash our hands. After we're done washing our hands, we're going to preheat our oven to 450 degrees and prick our potatoes so that they don't explode in the oven. When you're done with that, place them on a baking sheet and into the oven we go. We're placing these potatoes in the oven for a total of 1 hour, and while they bake, we are going to prep our mise en place. We're going to start with our first precision cut, the julienne. We're going to julienne our shiitake mushrooms. We're going to place those over to the side for now and run back to the car and get the shallots that you forgot. We're going to top them, cut them in half, and peel them before we mince them finely. To mince, you're going to cut vertically and then horizontally before finishing off by cutting vertically perpendicular to your first vertical cuts. Place those into a bowl and off to the side. Now we're going to get our sage. Start by picking off a few leaves up to 1 tablespoon of sage. Cut off the stems and we will begin our second precision cut, the chiffonade. Stack the leaves and roll them into a tight little bundle before cutting them into strips. Once that's done, place them into a bowl and place them off to the side for now. Now quickly, we're going to use some movie magic to roughly chop some arugula and place that off to the side in a bowl and save it for later. Now we're going to separate an egg, crack the egg open, and shift it from side to side before placing it in a bowl. There we go. Time to grate some parmesan. We're going to put this on top of the dish later. Now for the chicken stock. Get 1 3/4 cup of chicken stock and place it off to the side for when we are finishing our dish. Measure out 7 tablespoons of flour to make the gnocchi. And take the potatoes out of the oven. And there we have it. All of our ingredients prepared except for the oil. Time to make the gnocchi. Cut potatoes open and place the insides into a bowl. Leave the skins out. Mash them well and let cool before adding an egg. Stir well and season with salt, ground nutmeg, and pepper. Mix to combine. Now we'll flour our work surface and pour our gnocchi dough onto the table, working in all of the flour and forming a ball before rolling into a long snake. After you've rolled your dough, get ready to cut it by adding a little more flour to the counter, shaping the ends of your dough, and using a bench scraper or a knife, cut the dough into 1/2 inch pieces. When you've finished cutting your dough, it's time to shape the gnocchi into the desired form. Use the tines of a fork to rub along the top and create little grooves in your gnocchi. Place the gnocchi onto a baking sheet so it's easier to put in the water. Swirl the water, then add your gnocchi. Cook for about 3 minutes or until it starts to float, then strain. Place back on the baking sheet to dry for a while we make our sauce. Add about 1 tablespoon of butter to your pan and heat on the stove. We're going to be making brown butter, so heat until the butter changes color. Then add your mushrooms, add the shallots, and mix to combine. This will shrink over time, so don't worry if it fills the pan. Then we're going to add our chicken stock, and we're going to cook to reduce. After you add the stock, add the sage to flavor the sauce, and mix well. Once it's reduced, add back the gnocchi and mix it in. Add the arugula and cook until wilted. Season to taste with salt and pepper. And there you have it. Your finished dish. Oh wait, we gotta add the cheese. And there you have it, mushroom gnocchi with arugula. This recipe makes about 4 servings. Put it into a bowl, top with cheese and our olive oil, and enjoy.